I'm
You'll be
waiting
me
for it
just
to pop
waiting
out
in
on my other
FORL TV.
screen.
By the way, my thing is Hinge Sport. So if you see me typing in the chat, if you see that typing in the chat, that's just me.
Yeah, everybody's getting a nice look at my background currently because I'm messing on my second screen. Let's see.
Yeah, it just came out.
And there we go. Alright, we are live.
Clip should... Wait, let me just... this up.
I am gonna put everything up. Detail. We are gonna go...
Oh, so I just put it into the mic.
Detail. Non-telemetry enable lab data. Let's see. Ferrari will be out of the pit first. That is Peak Ducky.
Oh, so I just...
Yo, Eclipse is in the chat. The most mid driver of all the drivers.
Wait, I'll be a minute. Give me a minute.
Yeah.
Need the bathroom.
Okay. All right. The Eclipse, the most not mid driver of all the drivers. The most. He's winning this race. He's winning this race. Peak Ducky starts his lap. About to go into turn 1 here. Williams in the way. Get out of the way quickly. Maybe some dirty air. Going down into turn 2, not Q2. Here. Cleanly
That
goes
was the
here.
Williams of Eclipse.
On his outlap now. Oh my god, I need to mute my Discord. Fuck.
I've muted my Discord already.
Yeah. Streamer mode. Alright, can you
A
talk?
126.6.
Alright, everybody can still hear you, that's great. Alright. So,
wait, let me load up the corner.
he's quickly running out of battery here. Ducky. And Eclipse, I don't hate you. Ooh, instead of Williams in the wall. So that's a V-carb.
It's a V-carb of...
P-Duck is gonna start us off by saying a time of 1 minute and 16 seconds. TX.
It was miles, I think.
Yeah, we will see. Hess is gonna come across the line. He will be the second person to set a time. Let's see. Hess goes P2 by 0.6. Trismetic behind. Not setting a time. Oh, Strawberry is though. He goes P3. Slowest so far. Alpine of Loose Clark will come across the line, and he goes P4. Far behind. Freddy coming out of the final turns here. Through the final turn. He dumps all his battery. He's gonna come across the line now. Freddy goes P1.
Oh!
Provisional pole position for the Haas driver of Freddy. That is a good start for him.
It'll next be Semo to go across the line.
Ooh, Semo. Ooh,
he goes
and the
P6.
kick driver goes P6, not too far off his teammate.
Miles was on the line in the V-carb. Oh, he invalidated it.
Ooh, that's unfortunate for him.
Oh, he's going for another. For it.
One moment, I'm finding a track map so I can see the corners.
I've got the track map up.
Yeah, I don't really want to go tap
going
out
on
again,
turn 2.
Let's see. Coming
What is
across
the
the
lifestyle
line.
looking like?
Shit. Alpine of Jaden, currently P12, will set his... Oh no, he's miles off. He's aborted it. Kingster, not on the lap. Fuck. Elfie just started.
Oh, Miles gets a slipstream by the Mercedes.
Where's
Of
Miles?
I think he see Boogie.
Ooh, Isili has gone P3. Now 0.2 of provisional pole.
Oh,
See Boogie.
Mike. The one in 19th.
Yeah, see Boogie. I see him. See Boogie. Turn 12, 13, and now turn 14.
Goes round the final corner.
Only got a straight line left. What can he do? He's gonna floor it down the straight, dumping all his battery.
He
Coming
goes
across the line. See
line.
Boogie goes P4.
P4.
Ahead of the Haas. 12. It's way better than, you know, he shouldn't be down with his teammate. Oh, his teammate has at the time. Shit. Alfie goes faster than
P1.
everybody else and is set a 1 minute 16. Oh, but Freddy is up on time. Freddy has a purple sector 2. Currently almost 0.3 up. If he can keep this improvement going, he could set a provisional pole. Let's see. Freddy, 20% battery left. He's gonna dump it all coming down the straight. Freddy will go.
Freddy goes across the line. Only P2.
Oh,
he lost some time in the final sector.
Couldn't quite put it together.
Wait, give me a second.
Yeah. Freddy, very, very close to Alfie. Those two drivers, in my opinion, will be the two battling for the World Drivers' Championship. So, who else is out? Sneaky Tim aborted a lap, maybe. Temp, invalid. Eclipse, the boss man of all bossmen, is starting his lap. Let's see him. Eclipse deploying.
I'm back.
Let's go on board with Eclipse here. Does he get a clean sector 1? Sometimes it's a bit stingy here. No, he does that corner quite well. Not a bad sector for Eclipse. Not quite the fastest, but not near the slowest.
Eclipse is running out of ERS.
Oh yeah, 14%. That is not as much as you would want. This long in the this far in the lap, you should have normally have 50% left here. That is Eclipse problem in quali. I've seen him Abu Dhabi. He ran out of ERS midway through. Oh, he invalidated his lap. Oh, that's unlucky. Again for Eclipse, that's his second invalidation of a push lap.
Adam Sanderson just invited me.
Who?
Adam Sanderson from the Creator Series.
Adam Sandler?
Adam Sanderson.
Ah. Why did he invite you?
No, because Formula 71 League thing.
Ah. Migrating host. What?
Eclipse!
Eclipse is out! He rage quit?
No, he must have disconnected.
Nah. He saw how bad he was and rage quit live. Eclipse, I'll invite you back. Don't worry. I got you, bestie. Oh, leave the lobby. It's glitched. You're in a lobby full of AI. tell me when you're. Nah. Yeah. Yeah, Eclipse. Now, when will I game up PC?
4G gets a 116.5.
Yo, Eclipse, you're not good enough of a friend for me to be able to invite you. Ah, alright. Ooh, Forces? Yeah, that's my boy. What? Trismetic! 0.1 of a second ahead of Freddy. Oh my god.
Oh!
Holy shit. What? Oh my god. Freddy down to P3, TXSH, now P9. Oh, my driver's not doing. Wait, your driver. How do you feel with your signings?
Oh, I don't really want to talk about it right now.
Why, I'm really.
Eclipse is done again!
Yes! Out with Eclipse! We need him out. Yeah, I'll invite you again, bestie. Boss man.
Alfie goes quicker!
What? Oh, EA is going down. EA services are down. That's great. Nah, Isili goes even quicker, man. Isili goes quicker. My driver's now down to P4. P4. P4.
I think
Eclipse is back in.
if this was...
Everybody give a hand of applause for Eclipse. For living through his ass internet and EA crashing. Woohoo! Eclipse is actually not your fault. Not your Wi-Fi. EA is going down. Like I couldn't even access anything.
Like the actual EA app
God,
or
yes.
the service?
I remembered it this time. I have Spotify open on my PC, so I can play any song I want. Oh, Freddy is improving on his lap. Sector 1 is faster than last time. Oh my god, we need this, come on. Oh no, another car in the way ahead. It's a Red Bull. Is it gonna move? It moves. Might even give him a slipstream. Let's see. Is he up on time? Is he down on time? It isn't showing us. Come on, game. Give us some info, man. Eclipse is out again. But that's not what we're gonna focus on here. Freddy is gonna steam it down the start line straight. Freddy improved. Freddy on provisional pole position by 0.2. Freddy is in first. Oh my god.
It could have been my drivers.
That is one hell of a lap.
Alfie will come back.
Freddy, you monster.
I think Lorky too is on a lap.
Yeah,
How is he only doing?
Your driver in currently P10 is on a lap. Let's see.
He's not right corner 1. Oh, he's allowed.
And he's off the road after Isili, I think. No, AJ Curtis is off the track. Impedes, I think, your driver, sending him into an invalidation. Ooh.
No, he didn't.
Drama.
He was nowhere near.
Ah, alright. Cosmetic not on a lap. No one's on a lap.
Tried is on a lap.
Who? Oh, he's
5
invalidated.
meg. Oh, damn! Whoa!
Yo, Freddy, I love you. Mate, you're the best driver on the
Dave?
grid. Yes, Eclipse is out again! Yeah.
Congrats, Eclipse. Your EA is so.
He's out. I think that's the 8th time. He's out.
It is.
Uh,
Maybe the actual fully refresh your Wi-Fi, Eclipse.
yeah, restart your Wi-Fi.
I reset my Wi-Fi 4 times before this, before it doesn't kick me out, and also press the connect to internet button on and off about over 270 times before this.
I have Ethernet, so I'm gonna survive.
My Wi-Fi box downstairs, and I'm upstairs, so I can use the Ethernet.
Yes, you can. Do you know what Ethernet?
I can.
Do you
I
know
do.
what?
It's okay. Well,
Yeah.
I don't want to bring my Wi-Fi box upstairs.
No, you can wire it. Mate, mine. I have mine going through like 5 walls. Just hire like an electrician or something to come and tell you where to put it, and then wait, yeah,
Yeah.
get an electrician to help you where to put it, and then like screw the holes and get it done.
But I'm also too
Elfie's on a
broke
lap.
for it.
He is trying to take
That's
back pole position. His sector 1 is not even close to what he needs. What he does need is slipstream, and he is getting it from a Mercedes in front. Although the Mercedes is on a lap himself, and is almost a second slower than him, which means that might be very, very suboptimal for him. Yes, he's behind the Mercedes. The Mercedes will not.
Oh no!
No! He needs to abort.
Oh!
Yes! He hits the Mercedes. No!
10
Elfie!
seconds left in quali.
Elfie does not have enough time to start another lap. That is Elfie. He aborts the lap. Elfie's out. Easily. Easily can take it away from him though. Sneaky Tim
Did
is
you
out.
see that?
Easily gets invalid. It gets impeded.
Miles
my
will have to
God.
deal with a P7.
Oh my God.
One of your drivers are on a lap, by the way.
And Freddy has clean air. Freddy has clean air. Peak duck improves, but not by enough. Not by enough.
Tosh goes. Oh! Eclipse is in the wall!
Freddy. Where does Freddy go? Freddy improves.
Isn't that a tier 1?
Freddy on pole position with a sub 16-second time. I can tell you one thing, and that is this driver is better than any I've ever seen in Tier 2.
What about, Seg Moody?
Oh, he's ass. Nah.
Seg. Seg, are you in the chat?
Yeah, he is. That's why I said it.
Yeah.
Freddy on
Yeah.
pole position. Yeah. That
I hope he bins it into turn 1.
that is peak. Best driver on the grid currently. 100%. Alright. So, Hen, or 7F1, what do you want to be called?
I'm back.
Yeah, what do you want to be called? Hen, 7F1?
Hin.
Hen. Right, are you satisfied with your driver's starting position?
No.
One of them is P8, in the points.
Okay, that's one I'm happy with.
One is
Oh,
P14.
Eclipse is gone!
Yes! Again! Yeah, Tim, I know you. I know you. Of course. Why wouldn't I? I know everybody.
Hmm?
The Eclipse is back in. Let's go. That's the goat I want to see. I'm just texting my driver, no risk, full push. So, everybody, we're waiting for the Tier 2 Australia Round 1 Grand Prix of FORL, aka Formula Overtake. In the commentator's booth, we have me, Daniel Avocado, the Hess team principal, and Hin, 7F1, the Kick Sauber team principal. Hello, Ducky Boy, in the chat. Ducky Boy, are you Peak Ducky by any chance?
He is.
Yes. Ducky Boy, how
Yes.
about you drive into a ditch and not touch my driver so that he wins comfortably? You good with that?
No. The top 7 take each other out, and then my driver goes P1.
Nah. Number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8 all drive so that crash so that I so my 2 drivers get a 1-2 finish.
I'm excited to see turn 1.
Oh, Ducky Boy has a message that has gotten blocked in the chat, everybody. Let's see.
Wait, what did it say?
Are you on the Twitch stream so that you can see it? Let's see. I'm
No,
gonna
I
put it
can't.
up for everybody here in a moment. Let me
Just
just
tell me
get
what
like
the
a
word is.
screenshot thing. Right there.
I've only got the
Should I let this go through, or is it too sinister? Is this too sinister?
let it go through. Tell me what the word was. What was it?
In the ass.
Oh. The fuck. Fucking hell. Wait, let me get my lemonade real quick. My juicy lemonade. Ain't no way I'm trying to
Why
raise
the fuck is the race not
lemonade.
starting?
Because they're not allowed to let you up until Eclipse says so, but no one will know now because Eclipse isn't even in the lobby.
Oh fuck.
And if you
Hin, be quiet,
ready
someone
up,
says in the chat.
you're ready.
Yeah, Hin, be quiet, be quiet.
Shut up, Miles.
Ready up, ready up. Alright. And it's time to get underway.
It really isn't.
Formation lap is underway here in Australia. I did not forget what track we were at. I just had a brain fart.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah, it literally says Aus GP.
Mm,
Ain't
I
stupid,
don't
am I?
believe you.
Well, you know, debatable on that, but
Oh, by the way, actually, it's not Australian Grand Prix. It's the FORL Grand Prix.
the what?
FORL Grand Prix.
Huawei? The Huawei, that's like a phone brand. Yes, it's snowing. Please, my god, IRL. I'm taking
It
a
was snowing for me all week.
Yeah,
Oh,
me
temp.
too. But I have an exam tomorrow. I really don't want to go. So please, man, don't want. Eclipse, it will let you take control after the formation lap.
Or this game will just crash again.
Let's pray.
Just.
I want an Eclipse last place so I can make more fun of him.
I just nearly spilled a lemonade.
Freddy, our pole sitter, our race leader on lap 1.
You're so trying to right now.
What?
You're so glazing.
Yeah, oh come on. How can I not? He was 0.2 faster than any other driver. That is an insane time.
And you also set midway tier 1 time.
I think it's like it would be like P10, P12 around there.
Or maybe P6 or
Wait.
7. Oh wait, the lights are on.
1, 2, 3,
2,
4,
3,
5
4,
lights are
5
on here in
lights
Australia.
on.
And the lights are off. At the
Later
Australian
on
Grand
leave.
Prix, Freddy gets a good start
Everyone's
compared to the car
ghosted.
behind. He keeps the lead into turn 1. Everybody behind ghosted.
They've put.
Temp is gaining places like crazy right now. The kick sends it down the inside of him. Ooh, I think there's damage.
There is, there's a collision. I think that will get my driver in big trouble.
Pass overtakes.
Oh,
Mercedes.
Temp! They just put my driver. What the heck? Now get this guy out of here. Banned from powertrain as well.
We're commentators. We stay neutral.
My bad. Unless we're David Croft and Mark Bundle, etc.
Yeah, shit. But nah, we're not. We're like the Sky Sports. So let's glaze anyone here who's British.
Alright,
Oh,
so we don't play Miles. He's American.
He's the best driver on the grid.
Wait, let me just. Can I just look at the replay? Just straight lining him.
I mean, if you
wait, let's see.
If you send the clip to me in a DM, I can put it on the screen.
I'll try.
Yep. But virtual safety car is off, and someone has front wing damage. Who has front wing damage?
Yeah, it's gonna be ass quality, but.
Let's see. I'm just focusing on the safety car restart here. Pete Ducky is extremely close to Freddy. Anyone behind? C Bookie and Temp. Eclipse has made up a lot of positions. He's already P13. Let's see. Alfie losing a lot of time. The pole time was a 15.9. Yep. Good boy, little gunner.
I'm about to send it. By the way, if the quality's ass, don't blame me. It'll take too long to download from the PlayStation app.
Yeah. Oh, Peak Ducky. Getting extremely close to Freddy in front.
Wait, I forgot your Discord. Linus RS.
Yeah,
Linus.
I'm in the call with you, man.
Yeah,
Ooh,
but I'm on the
Peak
PlayStation, so
Ducky
I
has
can't
run
see
out
it.
of battery, trying to overtake. That means Freddy will have an
Oh, Linus
huge
RS.
advantage coming down this straight. If he just deploys, he isn't deploying. He didn't need to. He stays ahead. I think he's saving for the big DRS straight. The big DRS
Are
straight.
you the guy with the? Oh yeah, you are. Should be sending.
Yeah. Here, Freddy coming down the straight, using a little bit of battery. But let's focus on Elfie behind. Elfie's gaining on Peak Ducky, slowly but surely. He's getting very close here. He loses a lot of time. I think he has very low downforce. That is gonna lose him time in the corners, but gain him a lot of them on the straights. He lots on the straight, it seems. Lee makes a pass, or at least tries to pass on Trisomatic, and he gets it done. Behind him is the hash driver of TXSH, trying. Ooh. Lee locks up, but luckily doesn't do anything. Trisomatic with front wing damage pits. That is gonna bring Simo, the kick driver, into the points.
Yes, let's go. Yeah.
Where did the no bias go?
My bad. Oh no.
So unfortunate for
Actually,
Trisomatic.
nice. Rip tries, Yo, he just passed his buddy. He just passed the safety car.
Sneaky Tim with a 3-second time penalty. Not very sneaky
Oh,
of him.
and this is Temp. Temp is going on tries. On tries.
Look at Elfie. Elfie gaining a lot on Peak Ducky here.
Oh.
If
He
he
won't
can
make
nail
it
this
though,
corner, he's fucking ass at that corner. But Peak Ducky getting very, very close to Freddy here. Freddy's just chilling. You know that, like the capybara
Wait,
or
but
something with a with his
Donkey's
hands
gonna
in his
get the
pockets.
I think you'll get him.
You know the meme with the capybara with his hands in his pockets? That's meme. That's Freddy.
Oh yeah,
He's just there. He's not using his battery. He's just staying ahead. Hey Gadox, you didn't put my fucking prediction on the TikTok, but look at where I am now. Freddy leading, just like I said. Come on, man.
Why is the clip still not sent yet?
What?
I
didn't accept your friend request. Now you can send them. Levy better overtake. I don't know who Levy is.
Who is Levy? I think it's... Did they say who Levy is? Wait, this is Ducky. Close. Highness?
Yeah. Yeah. What?
Yeah.
What happened to
I
Peak though? One moment. Yeah. Sorry. I was just focused. Someone had. Yeah. There's someone I think hacked into my TikTok. That's great. I'll go on outside
Oh,
cam.
how?
I don't know. One moment. I'm gonna go on my.
Alright, wait, give me a minute. By the way, I've sent you the clip.
Oh God. I know why.
I'm back. Eclipse gets a 3-second time penalty. Alfie's left! Alfie's gone!
I know why. Wait. Yeah. Oh, Freddy is gonna try and overtake on Peak Doggy. Oi! Almost done, Freddy.
By the way, have you seen the clip that I sent you?
One moment. I'm my TikTok currently
Sure.
trying to get hacked, so I'm just trying to fix that. Could you take over commentary for a moment? I'm focusing on the top 2.
Yeah. Eze is chasing down the back of Tosh. He'll get the DRS. Will he dive bomb it? Find out. He doesn't. Oh, but it's a hash driver. He takes P4. As I knew there was no time to wait. Oh, come on! Come on. What? What? Get out! No! Rorty will... Oh, safety car!
Right, great. I'm just gonna put up everybody's penalties. I am almost done with what I'm doing.
So someone hacked your TikTok?
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, you know, when I logged in to the account, it said, "Do you want?" We've sent a confirmation email to this email address to confirm that it's yours. I did not know that email. It was like a bunch of random letters and numbers. So I'm guessing a bot guessed my code to my TikTok.
Damn. Smart
Yeah.
as hell.
So I just changed my
Or
code and logged it out. But I created the account a day ago and it has 2 pictures. So it's just the lineups for hats. It was just the the hats account of the FORL to show our team.
I'll probably make a kick one after I figure out why Rourke started going backwards to disqualify himself.
Yeah, I have an idea for him. Go forwards. He might be quicker.
Yeah. He literally stopped on track while going backwards.
Just gonna check my other TikTok account to make sure that one is also good. Because that one I actually care about. I have thousands of views on that one and thousands of likes, so I really care about that one.
How many followers you got?
Like 140.
Damn, I only have like 80.
I just make it's easy to get followers when you make edits because you can like pump them out fairly quickly if you do it good. So if you just like about every 10 of my edit goes semi-viral, like 40k views. So I just I have a bunch of like what can you call it? I have my own self-made templates and I just make like 3 random edits, and once I see one edit go viral, it gets views, I delete that video, post a new one, post a new one to make and then that one inherits the viralness, and that new one is one I've actually worked on, so that the ones I actually like go viral.
Also, by the way, you know how I sent you the clip of Ken putting, was it Rourke?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you may have. All that I'm gonna show after the race.
Yeah. So, basically,
Yo, Eclipse in
I think,
P13. Woohoo! Safety car in this lap.
yay. Oh, that was gay as hell.
No wing damage for anyone, I beg. The hatch driver is in a Ferrari sandwich currently. And he's
And the
off.
safety car restart is on. That
Freddy
was a great
does
launch
have
by
more speed.
Freddy.
Going into turn 1. He's not stupid enough to send it. That's good. Good thinking.
The Haas has the best straight line speed this year.
No, he has worse straight line speed, but he knows how to save his battery. Very good. And he has the advantage of the penalties. Ooh, that has to be a warning for Freddy by the game. Let's see. Incidents.
There's a yellow flag out, apparently. Or is it just my game?
No penalty. That's good. Well, your driver's in P6 and mine is 7. No, I'm P6, you're P7. So, Tess, worst driver is currently P6, and Kick's best in P7.
Yeah, and one qualified in last place. I'll speak to him after the race.
So, I think, looking based off what we've seen so far, coming to the end of the season, what do you think the top 3 will be in the Drivers' and the Constructors' Championship?
Constructors, Ferrari second, Haas most likely first, V-Carb third, the drivers, Freddy first, Ducky second, and Miles, Boogie third. He's quite good.
Alright.
He deserves it.
Alright, I'll listen to you. But just to inform you, Miles is out of the points. Oi! A Mercedes
That's when
DNF.
Miles sucks.
Mercedes DNFs. I think after hitting a barrier, possibly. No, there's no. He retired on his own.
Wait, that should get.
Yeah, he should retire in the pits. Naughty. See,
Miles gets fastest lap. Okay. Just what I told you.
Oh,
just
yeah.
what I told you.
Fair enough.
By the way, Miles knows how to recover. He does.
He's P12.
Shut up.
So currently, if Miles goes P3 by the end of this race, I will let you. What do you want for the next stream we do together? What do you want?
What do you mean, what do we want?
You know, a bet, you know. Ooh! Test driver gets the overtake done! What a move around the outside of Peak Ducky. What a move from Freddy.
Something I
is
can
Peak
do.
Ducky gonna try and fight back here? Touches the grass a little bit, both of them. Going through turn 13 and 14.
What were you saying about next stream?
I will bet you, like, any non-money related thing for the next stream that C Boogie won't recover to P3.
He will.
He will? You sure?
Do you know why I think that?
No.
Oh.
Trismetic is in the pit.
The reason I've not put Prize in the top 3 is because he was a good one last year, but as it seems so far, he's not been doing too well. Wait, this is Ducky. Right, around the out. He takes the lead.
No, not yet. Still side by side. Oh, Freddy pulls out of it. Wise man there. Who has the more battery? They have virtually the same battery here. So it's gonna be an ERS and DRS battle going down the start finish straight. Freddy has the speed. No! Peak Ducky makes what I personally would say is an illegal move. Swerving.
Moving under braking.
Oh my god, yeah, moving on to braking heavily. But, oh, forces through a 3-second time penalty. Freddy shouldn't be in any worry here. Everybody make sure to stay in the stream. This is the best race I've seen in a while. I brought chips with me because I knew usually it's gonna get boring around like lap 10. No! I've had to mute my mic multiple times to just take a chip because I can't like take my eyes off the screen. Izili!
Your flag.
What's happened to Izili? He's off the track, just like in qualifying. He was off the track there a lot of times, and now he's again.
We
Whoa,
talk about
Freddy losing
easy.
time. Flavor of chips. Let's see. Sea salt. Sea salt.
Did you say sea salt?
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, it's very, very good chips.
Ew.
No, it's Denmark's best brand called Kim's. And then sea salt. And then it says sugar equals...
Freddy! He's left! Freddy, your driver has...
No! No!
Yes!
Someone invite Freddy! No!
That gives my driver a position.
No, 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 no! Wait, Eclipse, invite Freddy, Eclipse. No,
Do
no,
not invite
no!
Freddy!
Nah! Eclipse!
Yeah, he's also out of the window. One of your other drivers are still in P4 though. Whoa, calm. You are raging like hell right now. Oh, your driver got second. You're not having your race. Virtual safety car! The virtual safety... Ow! Oh, you're so quiet now, aren't you? Guys, poor Linus. Yeah, say poor Linus. Wait. Forges and Ducky has been given a drive-through penalty. Freddy's in.
Fucking hell. No.
The driver's back.
I know. I was chatting with him on Discord after almost breaking my microphone.
Panda.
That is the
How much is your PC?
like 1.2K.
Wait, do you have a laptop? A Windows laptop?
No. Just,
Oh.
stationary. 3060 RTX. 16 gigs of RAM, which is really expensive in this economy.
okay. You
I'm never
sound,
gonna
oh no,
emotionally
Spanish.
recover from this.
Yes, you will.
No.
No, you won't.
Oof, 2 Ferraris are in the pits.
Yeah, because they got drivers.
I know.
But
That's
now
my
when
only
you're
sense
driving
of happiness.
out for the win. Yes! 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 Yes, yes, yes!
Oh wow, they come out ahead.
P3! 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 I told you Mouse is... Oh,
Damn
Freddy's
it.
left again.
Fucking EA.
Torch is
Meanwhile, the
out.
drivers
No!
didn't have...
Do you see what I mean, Miles? P2. Miles, well done. Dead
I find him again. I
positions.
find him again.
What? Miles! Try for a penalty! Oh. Miles, I'll speak to you. Trust me, Miles is doing this, innocent right now. For fucking sake. Simmel's low-key cooking. Simmel's low-key cooking. Bro, he just pit. I am back. Linus, you good? Are you good? Off. Sneaky Tim is out. He's out. The Mercedes have let down Ben. Oh no, oh no. This is heartbreak. Linus? You good, bro? Shh. Pro. You sure you're good? No, nice. Dad.
This race, like, who's
I'm in the kick chat.
Who's on the Formula Overtake account?
I'm in.
Is that you, Eclipse?
What the hell? My driver is fucking leading.
Nah, I need to know. Is it you? Is it Zek? Is it Mateus? Who is it?
On what? What did they say on the?
I'm just. If any admin is listening in the chat, this race needs to be as. No, that's not because of my driver's DNA thing. Every single driver has experienced the problems because of EA's servers going down. This race needs to be fucking cancelled. What the fuck? Do you guys also hear his? Oh my god! Your mic. It's dying, man.
I realize all.
You sound like a keyboard. Let me check if my Wi-Fi is dying. It is not dying.
And
You're doing it on
play.
purpose, I know. Yeah, everybody, welcome to the concert with the pianist featuring him.
That's what happened.
Oh god, no, don't do that, don't do that.
Oh my god, P1, we're about. Go, take the lead. Are we gonna no. Oh my god, Kick is absolutely. Oh my bad, sorry. Kick is absolutely doing bad right now except for Simo. I got a question, should I already start looking for another driver?
What?
Drivers purposely DQ themselves.
I can't hear what the fuck you're saying.
Because my drivers purposely DQ themselves.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yo, Formula Overtake. The reason I've not been saying much right now, my TikTok got hacked, and then both my drivers DNF'd, and then I've been depressed ever since. I've not been able to focus on the race. You know.
Okay, time to look for a new driver. I'm looking for a new driver. Why did he have to do that to me? Why? 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 What did I do?
Yeah, Formula Overtake. I've had a comms guy. Are you talking about me or the guy with the mic so terrible you could mistake him for a keyboard?
It's not terrible. Well, yeah. Well, yeah, it is. Is it a bit better?
Maybe. You. Yes! Free
Yes,
me
come
from
on.
this shit! Oh, Alfie,
2
come
more
on.
minutes.
Gain enough
2
time.
more laps.
Get past the kick, please.
No, fuck off, Alfie. Go
Yes,
away, Alfie.
Alfie, yes.
Alfie, I know we're friends, but go fuck off. This is our chance to shine. We are the name. We are Kick. Oh, I was about to say we're Kick for Nick.
Williams, return to glory. Please.
Oh, God, he has. Alfie, look up and go to a wall right now, and I'll pay you. I'll pay you for it. Go, Alfie, win. Those strikes. Do you believe me? This was kind of a bit dirty.
Alright, start finish
My
straight
God.
here. What will Alfie and Simon be able to do? Alfie's gonna wait for the next DRS straight. Probably saving his battery so he can use it
So get on.
strategically.
Hey, he does go down for a slow, hasn't he? He's harder on the straight. Alfie McEvitt, please go away. All I want to do is take P1. Don't care about the floaty dumb. All want P1.
Alfie! Alfie! Coming down
No!
the straight. He has the speed. He takes the inside line. Alfie's past him. Last lap
No!
overtake. Come on. Alfie.
Alright, I'm gonna
Alfie.
go. I'm gonna go.
Oh
Fuck
my
myself.
god. Oh my god.
I'm gonna go pour
Can Alfie
bleach
keep
in my
this?
fucking
Can Alfie
car.
keep this?
Yes, he can.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
Alfie. He
Alfie,
had
please, I
a
will pay
horrible
you.
start to the race. But Alfie has made the comeback of a lifetime. Alfie, you absolute monster. Alfie's gonna come across the
I'm
line
in
to
a
win the
P2.
Australian
I'll
Grand
take a
Prix.
P2. Let's go. P2. So I'm so pissed at that.
Fucking hell. Good job, Alfie. Good job.
Just fuck that fucking.
Good job, Alfie.
Wait, are you gonna show the incident I sent you now?
No, my PC is fucking up. I don't think I can do shit here.
You clearly fucking can if you're fucking calm. Oh my god. You graced Alfie that much.
What? He's not even my driver.
Did
Why
you-
would I glaze him?
No, you still graze him that much to get ahead of.
Yeah, because that was insane. He gained
You
2
jinxed
seconds over
him.
2 laps. 2 seconds over 2 laps. 3 seconds even.
Yeah, that's because my driver's slow as hell.
Yeah, precisely.
Even though
My
he
driver
thought
would have
he just
lapped
didn't
over
get a podium.
But yeah, that has been the FORL Grand Prix, everybody. You can be free to leave the stream now. I'm just gonna go through the race director and then get out of here. So no reason to stay unless you want to see some cool graphic of cleanest driver and so on and so forth, you know. Boring, blah blah blah.
Wait.
Or a little
Let me
dance
see
on the podium
Pin.
from Elfie.
Wait, let me see this. Pin, Alfie is getting
Oh my
10.
god, what the
He
fuck
break
has happened to
kicked me.
Elfie? Bro got snapped by Vecna.
If Alfie gets a penalty, we'll be on the top step of the podium, won't we?
Alright.
Let's Let's
Look at
go,
that.
Peter.